We're back.
Yep, we're back. We're back at the track. We're gonna test and make sure that we got our oiling issue fixed, and we might make some fueling adjustments while we're here. I'm sure we're gonna need some of those. You got my glasses? Okay, now I'm old.
You're not old.
Okay, now I'm old Lucas. There we go. So, hold on. Now.
That's the trick to tuning, actually.
Yes, you have to wear your glasses down on your nose. Now, the tuner has messed this up, and now I fired him this week, so now I'm gonna tune it myself. So we're gonna try to pull a little fuel out of it on launch and hope that works, and I think it will.
Because the last time we were here, what ended up happening with the car?
So I suspected that we were getting too much fuel and oil, because when I was coming back, I detected a strong odor of fuel, which tells me that it's probably running through the CCV system. The CCV system's too small on this car. I'm waiting on Chris for a set of billet valve covers, and I've also got another set on order that have 12 AN fittings on it. That way we can get rid of this problem.
And TCV is just what, for it to be breathing better?
Yeah, crankcase ventilation, what it is. So on race cars, on these cars on C16, it's no problem, but if you go to E90, it becomes an issue because there's a lot more fuel running through it. So we're just gonna have to see what happens today and hope we get it fixed, because I'm tired of fighting it.
Yeah, right? You want to go faster.
Yeah, and I'm afraid to push it hard until we get that issue fixed. I mean, I'm not scared of it or anything, but...
You thinking like a bigger motor would help you out, or?
Well, I mean, you could put a bigger motor in it, yeah, for sure, but there's no real need in a bigger motor for this car, because I'm kind of leaving it alone to fix some of the other issues that we've been running into from time to time. Wow, that is really close now. That's looking a lot better. Let's see where this thing is taking us on the tuning map. So acceleration enrichment is messing with us a little bit. Not bad, but it is there. So we're going to try to fix that issue.
Okay. And that's just the Holly learning, right?
Yeah, the Holly's learning. We want to take it out of the map here. 10.
All right, cool. Well, we'll get up there to the starting line, do a nice big burnout.
Yeah, and we're going to test the new two-step out. So.
Oh, we got a new one?
Yeah, well, I set it up different.
Okay.
It should not come on when I hit the brake after the launch now. So it has been. You know how sometimes when I leave, it'll leave and then it'll kind of pop for a second. Like if I have to lift or something, it'll pop for a second. Well, that's my foot is right over the brake, and I touched the button. Is what ends up happening. I was looking at some of my logs from last week, and that's what's going on. So I got to quit being a pansy and just.
It's a user error, is what we're
there you go.
about.
That's exactly what it is. Some jerk does not know what he's doing. That's it.
Fire the tuner. We're about to fire the driver.
Yeah, the driver. We're gonna put you in here.
I mean, I think I could do it. I think A to B, I'll be fine.
Yeah, there you go. The first run will probably be like a 16-second run, but after that, we'll get it down. At least you'll probably remember to shift it, right?
I don't know. Sometimes I would forget.
I forgot to show you that Dad mounted it the other day. We haven't hooked it up yet, but let me get it down.
Oh, hell yeah, let's go.
So it's all set up, ready for it. We just haven't
It up yet?
Yeah.
Okay, the air shifter, right, is what we're talking about?
Yeah, we're going to do it just like the Copo. It's going to shift itself so Lucas doesn't forget about it anymore.
Okay, and then don't forget, we're going to talk about the Copo here after this pass.
Yes. So we're frustrated with the Copo right now. We had to come out and do some burnouts to get off some steam today. We had the new timing cover has an issue because the Copo uses a special hub that's thicker than a normal hub is. And if we cut it down, like, if we throw it in a lathe and cut it down, we're going to cut it in half, basically, and that will affect the strength of it. We're going to try to reseal it.
Okay.
The seal was too small for our hub, so we're gonna try to change the seal and see if that gets us by for now. We're not far away. I'm still waiting on the intake though.
Really?
So, yeah, no intake yet.
You don't need to run one.
Yeah. Yeah.
The most far apart.
Yeah, it'll look a lot cooler if we do have an intake, because it'll be slow without one.
Yeah, well, I'll show you the video right now. It looked really good.
Yeah, it just came out too far, and then it throwed all the timing at it, and it pissed it off. So
way too early.
Yeah, so I pulled the timing out till like a little past the 60-foot mark, and that's exactly where it felt like it broke loose at. It felt like whenever it started climbing on the power, it just blew the tires off. And we could probably soften up the suspension some, but until we get the fueling done, I really hate to mess with the suspension. But the car is definitely making a ton more power than it has before.
It sounded really good.
Yeah.
It sounded good, and it sounded even.
Yeah.
No more the
yeah.
stuff.
You notice I didn't hit the brake on that one, so.
Good job.
Yeah, I put my foot back here, which is hard for me.
You have it ratchet strapped out.
Yeah, that's it. But we're gonna pull a little more timing out further down is what I'm gonna do now.
All right.
As soon as it hit full timing, it blowed the tires off. It was doing good, boy. It was rolling until then, though. Surprised it did that good with 5 degrees out of it. Yeah. You know? I guess I could try 7. Or I could just carry the 5 degrees out further is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. Just ramp it out a little slower. So, you know, you wouldn't think just changing fuel would change volumetric efficiency, but it does a lot. Let's see, multiply by...
Are you saying what I think I heard? Big wheelie?
We could possibly do one. I'm gonna try not to do one. I'm gonna try to, but we're gonna pull some timing out of it, Chewy. But it left hard on 5 degrees out of it. Like
that was 5 degrees?
Yeah, it actually surprised me how hard that left. And
you have shorter gears on this?
Yes, they are shorter because the motor's smaller. They don't make as much torque. So their answer to it was going ahead and we're just going to add 8% in right there. Their answer to it was trying to make it to where the motor didn't have to make as much torque. I thought that was fixing to be a blow up.
How's that limiter we're speaking about?
Yeah, off of that, that's bad.
Yeah, because I mean, you got a lot of stuff you got to take a look at.
Yeah, so if you look right here, this is acceleration enrichment. So as the pedal changes, this becomes a little higher. I don't know why I'm a little anal about how my map looks. So this is what we're dealing with right now. So this is pounds of fuel added. Like if I slap the throttle rate of change. Let me hook up to it real quick. I need to flash it anyway, but I'll show you something real quick. Okay. Send AC. Alright, now, this is current. See how see the red moving?
Yeah.
Okay, this is how fast the pedal's changing. So when you just floor it, you didn't even see it there because it happened so fast.
Dang.
So you see the little yellow up there. That's how quick that tip in is. It's not a slow process. So
it's no wonder you're hitting the limiter.
Yeah, it's that fast, you know. And it's mechanical, so when you floor it, it opens up immediately.
Right away.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not like a drive-by-wire. I like in some ways drive-by-wire would be better because you can control traction with drive-by-wire. Okay. The same way the vets do, like the LTs. Some of the late LSs were that way as well. they could crack the throttle or start shutting the throttle if you got too much wheel
speed.
Yeah. So.
But I mean, the Holly kind of does that for you too, though, no?
It does, but it can't control that because when my foot's on the floor.
Because that's your foot.
Yeah, that's all foot control.
Because it's mechanical.
Yeah,
well,
so
that makes sense.
If you see me pedal the car, that's wise because I know that's getting out there. And then also I'm gonna leave 5 degrees in it, and we're just gonna carry it out further. That's what we're gonna do. Whew. Here we
Ready
go
to
again. Yeah, we're gonna try it anyway.
Cool.
See what we got going on this time. And
see you out there.
Buckle in before I go up there, so I don't have to spend 30 minutes doing it. Hey, look how skinny I am now, man. I can click into this and have room to breathe.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
You definitely dropped some pounds, Lucas.
On the big end with fuel anymore. So before, when I would come down to the big end and be deseling, it would burn my eyes. There would be so much fuel in the car with me.
So what are we running into now?
That we're gonna have to probably end up putting bigger tires on this thing.
Bigger tires?
Wider. They're only 9 inches wide.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought they look like 10.5.
Yeah, they are 9-inch wide slick. That's what the NHRA requires.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm moving in the right direction.
Yeah, everything seems to be really close to being right now. So I'm gonna take a look at this data log. As long as there's nothing like absolutely ignorant going on with it, I'll make the next pass. So when we were going around, so last time we were here at Scrog, when I was coming back down the return road, I was like cruising at 2200 RPM, and I looked down and my air to fuel ratio, which I never really glance at cruising. So I looked down, and you can drive the car on the street. I'm gonna go through. I noticed it was like at 11.8 coming back, cruising back, and I was like, that's a little rich. So today when I'm cruising back, it's like 12.8, which is closer. I still want to lean it out a little more right there, but I'm afraid to lean it too much because I want it to be reactive when I hit the pedal, because it is a race car. So, you know, something has whistles on it. I hear. It's got to be a Mustang. It sounds like one.
Sounds like a Coyote.
Yeah. We need to get one of those.
Telling you, we're gonna drop a Coyote motor in the new car.
No.
I'm not gonna tell them what it is yet, but
I can't do that. They'll shoot me. But I might buy Shook's car.
The black one?
Yeah. I'm thinking about it right now. He's probably going to be watching this video later, and we'll know if he watches our stuff or not, because he'll start making passes at it immediately.
We will know.
Yeah.
That's how we'll know.
Yeah. We'll see if he's a loyal fan or not.
Tell him. If he's watching, I'll buy it.
Yeah, if he's watching, I'll buy his car, I guess.
There we go.
I got to. I mean.
And we're not gonna tag him.
No, we're not tagging him. No, we're not going to tell him anything.
He's got to find out by himself.
And it's got to be within the first 2 hours, right?
Oh my goodness. I got to send these notifications because I want that car.
You're going to call him tonight and be like, you better watch for the next video.
And be like, I heard somewhere somebody say something about buying a car.
Yeah, there you go. This is going to be the last one for the night anyway.
Okay.
And then
a little adjustment. Did we reduce the timing that we did?
Yeah, so we pulled another 3 degrees out of it, so it's 8 total degrees.
Oh.
And once we get 8 degrees out of it, then we'll go from there.
Cool. All right,
I'll see y'all there here in a minute. 8 degrees out of it, and it ran 9077.
What was your mile an hour?
I don't even know.
153.
Yeah, that's
154.
pretty good. So I think we're gonna reduce the timing across the board before the next run, and The car seems like less timing than it did with C16. So.
That was amazing.
Well, I mean, that's not as good as the car can do because there's 8 degrees out of it.
Yeah.
5 degrees feels a lot harder. I'll be 100% honest. 5 degrees felt like the front was like fixing to carry way out. So.
Do you think with us changing the tires and having a
once
top on?
we change the tires, it's going to help some. I'll probably make a run like that at 5 degrees and see if it bites. And then we'll check some of the timing out. We're gonna pull the plugs when we get home.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna check and make sure we're not burning anything up. I've seen this car 1.1 before.
Dang.
So that was a 1.430. That's what a 1.430 looked like. If the first run with 5 degrees would have stuck better, the car would have 1.2'd on that one. I've seen it 1.150 before. So there's a couple of tenths there. I have a lot of timing pulled out down track because I've seen this thing run 140 in the 8th before. So if I can get that worked out fast, yeah, it's gonna be ignorantly fast. So once we get the supercharger's tongue hanging out, we're gonna have to do something with it. It's just too much for it.
Guys, if you guys know Lucas like me, this thing's gonna have Pro Charger next week.
I like Pro Chargers. Yeah.
You can swap out parts all the time.
There
you know?
we go. Yeah, 100%. That's the key to anybody's racing program is make all the parts you can swappable. You're using a head unit for a supercharger, whether it's Dodge, Chevy, or whatever. If you use a F1X, then oh crap, I blew up the F1X on my DRAGPAK. That's okay. I'll rob the one off the Copo till my new one comes in. You know,
Easy.
It's that kind of thing. That's what we need to be done. So I'm not a big fan of crank mount Pro Chargers yet, but maybe one day I'll get that way. So the problem is the room on the front. It's like having an entire motor mounted on the front of your car.
Yeah, like a long front car type deal.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it. Everything else about it I love, but they've got to figure out a way to get that shorter, that whole contraption. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's track outing with the DRAGPAK. We still got a few small things to make an adjustment on, but everything's looking really good on the logs. We got one little small lean area that we've got to work on right at launch, and then we should be good. So you guys pay attention to the next track outing. We're getting close.